You're watching Nittany Nation Update.
What's going on, party people? Peter Terpster here with your Nittany Nation Update. It is Friday. I always got to look up the date. Hold on. It's Friday, September 20th. Penn State, of course, has its first bye week tomorrow, so no game this weekend. Give you some time to do something else. Maybe go on a trip, whatever you want to do. I wanted to take this time to kind of just look ahead to Big Ten play. Look at, some of our Big Ten games coming up this weekend. Talk about it a little bit. Talk about Penn State playing on a Friday night coming up this next game. So I think first off, Coach Franklin mentioned that having this first bye week right now is a good thing because they have 2 bye weeks. That's right. They're going to have another bye week later in the season. And imagine if this was the only bye week. They would get a break before a Friday night game to kick off Big Ten play, and then it would just be the whole way of just Big Ten play week after week after week after week. So it's a good thing they have 2 bye weeks. Maryland is also on a bye week this week. And they've given the kids off school for the Friday game coming up, so expect to see a little bit more challenging of an environment than it was going to Illinois for the last Friday night game last year, even though that was long travel, short week. Shorter travel, still a short week this year. So there you go. All right, so I'm just kind of looking on ESPN and just looking at some of the Big Ten games we got coming up. So we got Michigan and Wisconsin would be like your headliner at noon tomorrow. And you know what? I haven't watched Wisconsin yet at all this year. Obviously kept an eye on Michigan because, Michigan was picked to win the conference and all these high expectations, and they almost get beat by Army. And, but here's the thing. You can't really compare scores. You can't compare stuff like that. You don't get caught up in all that, whatever. Michigan still going to be a really good team when they come in here for the whiteout game at Beaver Stadium, so keep an eye on that one. Indiana's playing UConn. I would think that Indiana would roll UConn, but it's Indiana. Don't know, right? Okay, Michigan State, Northwestern. Boy, that's a fun one, right? Michigan State's 2-1 on the year. I don't know what to think about Michigan State, man. They've given Penn State so much trouble over, the last few years. And it just seems like they play Penn State better than anybody else. And I don't know why, but whatever. By the way, we're in my man cave. Man cave Friday. Every Friday. Boston College plays Rutgers. Don't care. Ohio State, Miami of Ohio. And that's a throwaway game. That's at 3:30 tomorrow. Every game's at noon until you get to Miami of Ohio and Ohio State. That's at 3:30 Eastern Time. Then you got your 8 p.m. Eastern Time night game, Nebraska, Illinois, on BTN. Neither of those teams are ranked in the AP Top 25. Illinois, obviously not. Nebraska was to start the year. Had that loss that I believe is an overtime loss to Colorado. So Nebraska's kind of an interesting team this year, but Penn State's not going to play Nebraska until next year, so you don't have to worry about them, whatever. Unless both those teams make the Big Ten championship game. But just looking at, this weekend's slate of games, I encourage everyone to light the grill some delicious food, enjoy the weekend, because we got a short week coming up next week. Penn State's going on the road, playing on a Friday night, 2nd year in a row. We had Athletic Director Sandy Barber on Nittany Nation Overtime this week, and, she has said over and over and over, and they're never going to play a Friday night game at Beaver Stadium. Good idea, right? So, just kind of wanted to look ahead at the Big Ten action this weekend, give my my thoughts, and, how I don't care about Rutgers playing Boston College. But yeah, man, that's going to do it, folks. That was your Nittany Nation Update. Friday, I'm going to be at Claysburg Kimmel, Glendale game tonight. Games at Glendale, that's our Sports Beat game of the week. You can check me out there, throwing a little party with the winning team after the game. You can see the Sports Beat 11:10 p.m. tonight. We'll see you on TV, folks. Everyone have a great weekend.